Are you a good person? What makes a good person? What does it mean to you personally to be a good person? Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Celebrating Life podcast. I'm Sony Thomas, and if these questions are lingering in your mind, then today I want to share a small thought on it that can have a big impact on you celebrating your life. Picture this. You were to ask the 8,24,681,950 people on the planet Earth if they saw themselves as a good person. What do you imagine their answer would be? I believe most of the answer would be a yes. Yes, I'm a good person, or yes, I'm trying to be a good person, or some variations of yes. Since everyone sees themselves as a good person, then ideally we must be living in a good world, right? So do we live in a good world today? I believe the answer to that is no. Why this discrepancy? The old proverb might shed some light. Which of you, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for fish, will give him a snake? This means there is good in all people. As I observed the world around me and began helping people reach their potential, I started hearing life experience of people, and those life experience reveal a very different truth about the human race. A different truth that there are parents who give a snake when asked for a fish. So then, is there absolute good in the world? For example, family relationships were sacred and an infallible institution, an untainted bond. Home was a safe place to grow. But the realities of life are far from this. Sadly, when you ask a parent if they are good parents, even the worst see themselves as good parents. And I believe the reason this fallacy exists is we equate doing a good deed with being a good person, which is incorrect. We are all too familiar with the story of the Good Samaritan, a man who nursed back to health a stranger bleeding on the road. What an inspiring story of giving. The Good Samaritan is glorified as a good man and idealized as a person to model. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he was a war criminal, a drug lord, a wife beater, a child molester, a suicide cult leader. You can conjure up anything deviant because we don't know anything else about the Good Samaritan. All we know is, in this context, he was sensitive to the bleeding man. The Good Samaritan definitely did a good deed, and just like him, we too can inspire to be sensitive to the world around us. Do our part to alleviate the suffering of fellow humans. Kudos to the Good Samaritan for inspiring many people to be better. However, being a Good Samaritan is not the same as being a good person. This fallacy creates the discrepancy that has plagued the human race and robbed the world from becoming a good place to live in. In the previous podcast, I shared my experience of helping a family change their flat tire. All the while I was changing the tire, the mother looked at me with admiration, saying, "You are God sent, my son." Now, am I really God sent? I don't know. I don't know much about the spirit world. But all I can say with confidence is, I helped only because changing a flat is in my strength area. Had it been something else that I was not sensitive about, I may just walk past them, ignoring them altogether. And the same mother who blessed me might curse me saying, "Look at that arrogant person walking by without helping." There is a context to every situation and every person. You see, no person is good or bad, but everyone has a potential to do good, even be good. Now then, who is a good person? I don't know. I really don't. All I know for now is that people do good or bad depending on the context, and that the probability of becoming a good person increases with doing more good deeds. But it is not assured that good deeds will make you a good person. Maybe if we can genuinely love ourselves, love others, and love the world we live in, then maybe, just maybe, we can all, the 8 billion of us, can strive together to be good and live in a good world. Celebrating life is about the journey, and being a good person is not a destination, it is a journey. And if I have inspired a small thought, I encourage you to share this podcast with 5 of your closest friends so they too can be inspired to live a happier life. Bye for now. See you soon in the next podcast.